guys, and today I'm going to be reviewing the movie AntMan and the Wasp Qauntumania. And yes, I know I am very late to reviewing this movie, but so at the beginning of this movie, we see Cassie, AntMan's daughter, is not doing too well. You know, she's in jail. She's not doing that well, but AntMan, he's doing great in life, right? And now something that should be kept in mind. I say only about 96% of this film is spent in the real world. Most of it is spent in the quantum realm. So a lot of the characters that are in the first and second Ant-Man aren't here. I mean, obviously Hank Pym's wife, the Wasp is here, but other than that, I mean Cassie, yeah. But yeah, none of the side characters that were in the first and the second Ant-Man. But yeah, so basically they get pulled into the quantum realm. And in this realm, the quantum realm, I feel like this is taken in a totally different direction than what it was in the second Ant-Man movie. Because in the second Ant-Man movie, we see that when they go into the quantum realm to try finding Hank Pym's wife, the quantum realm looks so weird. They're just floating there. And they're just floating there in darkness and everything, and they could die if they stay out there for too long. But and but in the third one, that's all thrown out the window when they just go straight in there and they're just exploring. And I think there's a lot of really good ideas in this movie, in the quantum realm. There's new characters, there's new creatures. During this big fight, the main climax, the epic CGI climax, whatever. Yeah, there was this creature who just yelled, "I have holes," and then his mouth just opened up so wide, and it just swallowed a bunch of Kang's soldiers or whatever, and that was hilarious, man. But yeah, not hilarious, but it was pretty funny. Anyhow, we also. Oh yeah, did I mention that we actually get some story of what Hank Pym's wife has been doing in the quantum realm? And so basically in the quantum realm, she's made some connections. Also some connections to Kang the Conqueror. If you don't see on this poster right here, this is Kang, not Kang the Conqueror. So basically, Hank Pym's wife was deceived by Kang the Conqueror into helping him, and now he basically rules the quantum realm in this movie, and they have to defeat him, right? So, okay, there is one decision in this movie that I've seen a lot of people talk about that they really didn't like, but I didn't mind it. I kind of liked seeing him back in this movie, and I thought that the way they did it was kind of goofy, but also I was okay with it. I didn't really care, but it was pretty cool, I guess. They brought back Darren. Yes, Darren, the main villain of the first Ant-Man, as MODOK. Yes, and I forgot what MODOK stands for. I completely forgot. But yeah, he comes back as MODOK. Yes, Darren becomes this thing. But through this in the quantum realm, Ant-Man and Cassie are separated for an amount of time from Hank and his wife. I swear I cannot remember her name. I'm terrible. But yeah, and we also meet this clan. Ant-Man and Cassie meet up with this random group of this rebellion sort of thing. That's a rebellion against Kang and his oppression and his whatever and his thing, with his whole thing. And yeah, so, and I just want to go and cut to the epic. I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh wait, no, I have to talk about one thing. The ant pile scene, or a hive mind scene. It was really cool. So basically, MODOK and Kang forced AntMan into going down into the quantum realm and finding this thing that's supposed to help Kang. I completely forgot what it is. Like, it's like right off the top of my head, I'm thinking about it, I cannot think of what it is, but yeah, but the point is, once AntMan gets down there, there's several other AntMans, right? Or there become several other AntMans. And they work like ants, trying to get this one AntMan up to this thing so he can get it for them. And it's a cool idea because it's like ants. All of the AntMans in this area are like a hive mind, helping this one to achieve this task, like creating a mountain or whatever. And yeah, I thought that was really cool. Just a bunch. Like AntMan, literally the AntMen. But yeah, so I thought that was cool. And now the epic fight, right? Cassie and AntMan get captured, and so does that rebellion group I talked about earlier. And they're going out trying to save him, and Hank and his wife are trying to also find where they are and save them. So yeah, so the epic fight, it consists of Kang doing this thing, and all of his soldiers and all these ships fly through the air, and the rebellion I talked about, this whole group of civilians in the quantum realm to start fighting these soldiers, and Kang the Conqueror, it's not looking too good for him. And well, he loses miserably. He gets defeated almost. And then there was this moment where there was a portal that opened up to the real world. And pretty much what happened was Kang and AntMan kind of had like a fist fight, which was kind of weird. Seeing Kang the Conqueror fight AntMan with a fist to fist, but I don't know. I didn't really mind it, but I didn't really care for it either. So yeah, and after this, that Kang is defeated, AntMan goes back to the real world, and yeah, but the post-credit scene, well, there's two. We'll talk about both individually, but the post-credit scene was awesome, or not awesome, but I think it was pretty cool. We saw one of the post-credit scenes. We saw an entire group, an entire stadium of different versions of Kang the Conqueror. And so, like, I think that will play into the rest of the MCU films. And, like, yeah, so I think that'll be cool to see. And not all of the Kangs are evil, but that one was. Yeah, and we also got this other post-credit scene that referred back to Loki Season 2. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up my review for Ant-Man and the Wasp Qauntumania.